Cindy said, her people been here 10,000 years. And she said, really? How do you know this? We was like 6.5. You go, huh? I know my grandmother's West Indian, my other grandmother Choctaw Indian. I know I'm some kind of Indian. I said, that's about what you are, some kind of Indian. So I went up to the school and gave a lecture. But that was nice. Because there's nothing wrong with not knowing. It's when you reject the truth that it becomes a problem. I don't blame white people for being stupid because we're all stupid. So when you're faced with reality, don't come giving me a lot of, it's just tiresome. It's just tiresome. You spend all your time. One of my students just drove me crazy last week. Nice tall sister, probably should have come. She said, do you have documentation that Columbus didn't discover America? I said, what are you saying? And we had this magazine. I said, what do you mean? She said, well, do you have documentation? I said, you mean, do I have something that a white man wrote? You don't think my 5 degrees from the white man is enough? How long do I have to study with this man before I get to say it myself from my interpretation? How long does the black community expect your people to study, reinterpret, come to you? Oh, we don't ask you to believe us. We ask you to look at it. Does it present the truth? Is it based in reality? Does your innate logic validate what I'm saying? I'm not asking you to believe nothing, no bunny with no eggs. The reason the bunny, they couldn't use a chicken, because a white chicken would be kind of sick. Wouldn't it be kind of sick? You have to get something healthy, right? A polar bear, what else is white? So why do they pick the Easter bunny? What else is white? Why is an English colony using Kris Kringle, whatever his name is? Ain't even English, because he's white. White hair, white beard. Big disabuse of the idea that anything else is going on in the world. Everything they teach you is white. There are 2 things in the world today, white and not white. And if we not whites don't begin to get it together, we're going to end up like these people. Because each one of them thought that they had met humans. And maybe they have, but they were on a lower level. And that's not a racist thing. Let's go back to the video. Let's go back to the video. Should have gone to the video? No, let me go to Columbus first. Because I missed Columbus. Now, come here to remind me to go back to the video. People tell you that Columbus and the rest of Europeans enslaved you because you were black. Oh, Europeans enslaved people. Got that?
That's right.
That's a sentence. Europeans enslaved people. Their daughters, their sons, their mamas, their wives, their children, anybody. Europeans enslaved people. That's their history. Read the Bible. Read the way they interpret it. Slavery is a valid, in fact, in the Talmud, see, because many of these holy books that you think are holy, they did not come out of the ancient religions.
Right.
They are European adaptations.
Right.
And the European Jews, what they practice today, that is not, they've cut out everything that they didn't want. They are very patriotic. They don't even trace themselves back to the original people.
Tell you.
We need to look at it. Columbus. Now, Columbus wrote, afterwards I sent to a house which is near, and they brought 7 head of women, small and large, and 3 boys. I did this in order that the men might conduct themselves better in Spain, having women of their own, because already it has been many times my business to bring men from Guinea. You see, Columbus was a slave trader when he came here. Columbus worked out of Venice and Genoa. He was a slave trader from the beginning. He had been involved. He was a trader. But one of the great things, when you study the Crusades, I had this argument, this whole concept of just wars. What's a just war? It's my religion saying, I don't like your religion and I won't kill you. There's no such thing. It's a just war. It just is no such thing. I try to explain this to a young lady. But see, I'm coming out of a Native American Comitium, my thesis. All things that the Creator made is sacred. You are not endowed with the right to kill anything. And when you do, you have to do it in balance. And it has to be only for your sustenance, which when you die, you want to give back to the earth. You're not endowed with the right above a Creator to go out and kill one thing. Only for survival in balance of nature. We know that because my deals with truth, justice, right order, balance, harmony, propriety. Okay? And yes, it may be if something comes to kill you, you kill it. Or it may be that you kill something to feed your children. The Native American, if you read this book, Red and Gold of Brazil, he said, the French people are strange. You cut down the trees here. Didn't the Creator give you any trees in France? Why are you cutting the trees down here instead of the back? Why are you taking the gold here instead of the back? Don't you have anything? Didn't the Creator give you anything? They said, well, you need to stockpile it. He said, no, for 7 generations, the Creator has given me everything I need. I have to assume that for the next 7 generations, the Creator will give everybody else everything they need. Because I am living within the balance of relationships. And I understand that I am here as keeper of my place in this cosmic universe. Not as dominion over. The dominion that the Creator gave you over the animal is the animal in you. We're all mind bodies. That's the African Native American way of understanding divinity. What is the European way of understanding divinity? Where the Spaniards that's true. Even when he tells you the truth, he tells you the lie. And when hanged, the indigenous people in numbers of 13. 1 for Jesus and 12 for the apostles. This is the way that we celebrate the Prince of Peace. This is the way we understand the cosmic consciousness called the Christ. Jesus was a man who walked in Galilee. Jesus was a man who understood his individual consciousness and developed himself to understand collective consciousness is what you all are supposed to be here for. And when he arrived at a place where he understood a consciousness that was greater than himself, greater than his body, locked in materiality, he moved to a cosmic level and he became the Christ, which you are able to do. Every single one of you are able to do. You have Christliness in you. And your trip here is to become like him. Not to worship what he did, but to manifest the same way. That is the Native American and African way. Jesus was an Essene, E-S-S-E-N-E, and studied in Egypt. Egypt gives you all the different stages you must go through for development. If you're going to educate children, educate them that they have the ability for human perfectibility. They ain't perfect, but they can be perfect. They may not always be perfect, but they can aim for it. We see that in our music. We see that in our art. We see that in our cooking. When we try to make that soul food just one bit better. It is axiomatic that you can always be better than you are. You bees and become. And the European, he just bees. I am that I am. That's not us. I am because we are. We are, therefore I am. When we are, I am. And we don't understand.